gentlemen, welcome to the most anticipated matchup of the playoffs as of thus far, and what some people are calling the true GFA final. It's Tidal versus Cloud9. I'm AidanTheFunny. I'm joined alongside Konspericy, and we're taking a look at quite the matchup today, Con.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, these two teams already battled once this season, and it was one for the ages with a scoreline of 24-22. Both of these teams playing at their mind, and it ended up coming down to a last possession turnover.
Yeah, no, and that was incredibly exciting to watch for everyone in the stands. And I mean, these matchups always are. I mean, they're both considered the top teams, and for a while, the clashes of the top teams have hardly ever been kind of like large leads, large deficits. I mean, obviously we had PSI, that was kind of a different story, but I mean, when these teams clash, I mean, it's heard around the world, and we're certainly going to see today Tidal coming in, of course, with the best pass offense in the league, but Jipper, of course, not too far behind with that amazing wide receiver core.
Yeah, so, you know, they got Tidal with 5,531. Now, this is just regular season stats, I believe. That's not even going based off of their last playoff game, which they really put on the show in that matchup, too. And, you know, with that many yards from the passing and 1,000 on the rushing, you know, it's a high-power offense, and that's nothing to sleep on, especially when K9 already felt it. You know, they felt how high power that offense could be with the run. You know, they couldn't really stop the run. Shaq was able to put up 142 yards the last time that play. So I'm really hoping to see a different look from K9 when it comes to trying to stop this offense.
Yeah, and a lot of that offensive power, and it's what's going to need to come through from today as well, is that line. I mean, they have a very balanced line, and like they've allowed only 56 sacks, I mean second in the league, and at the same time have put forward 115. That huge line of Anki, Debo, and Resp have been putting on show after show. They're able to properly execute in the run blocking game. They're able to properly execute in the pass blocking game, and they did give K9 quite the trouble last time. They put on, I think, 7 sacks. Anki had 4, Debo had 3, and with how much of a monster that line is, and with Ulysses coming into this game now, Lizard was in last time, we'll see how much of an impact he can make, and just in general with the 2 chickens outside, we'll see if they can really step up and take on this line.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we're going to see some new players coming into this match that weren't in the games of last. So, like, for Tidal, you know, you have Shaq, Anki, Debo, Resp, Deadpool, Poppy, Shrek, and Icy. Being with the loss of AK, you know, another player has to come up and step up and take his role, and it's going to be a big spot to fill.
Yeah, I mean, in both aspects, I mean, the gameplay, obviously, with Duke, Me, and Vanilla and Sparks being the wide receiver core, I mean, that's not a wide receiver core any defensive back wants to take on, especially when Jipper's at the helm. I mean, that is brutal to take on, and a big part of Tidal's wins on the defense today is going to come from stopping that matchup. So the big thing that they're going to have to do, again, facing a top 3 receiving core, is going to come with the downsides. They need to make sure they're ready mentally to take those, keep themselves in the game, keep themselves stable, especially in the gameplay aspect, because if you break down mentally, especially when you're going against the offense that's going to be constantly pounding against you, it's going to be taxing. It's going to snowball if it does happen.
This is what the people are saying is the true championship, but we cannot knock the other 2 teams off yet. You know, both of those other teams are highly competitive teams, so we're bound for a good one either way.
Yeah, it'll ultimately end up being an old Titan versus a new challenger. Certainly a underdog story, but definitely not counting them out. Both 2 great teams. Polar Opposites and Shinigami have certainly earned their right to fight for the GFA Season 2 title, and we'll see who they will be facing after the outcome of this game. It's K9 versus Tidal. Tidal going to be starting us off here with the return. Jipper set to kick, kicking it off to Tidal's right side. And here we go, Debo taking it back. He's able to get out to the left side. Some nice blocking on special teams here. K9 struggling to make the tackle, but eventually mobs Debo at the 33.
Yeah, getting past the 30 is like where you want to get anytime you take a kick return. That's like the perfect amount. You have the field so you don't get pushed back too far. So let's see what they can do now.
Shaq will see what he takes on the first play of the game, and it looks like his run is going to get stopped, but it ends up playing out pretty well. But no, actually going to be overthrown. 2 ices on that right side.
So it looks like K9 actually did their research. Shaq used to do the first play of the game. He used to run weak side, and they were able to box that up real quick.
I don't know, good job doing the research. Once again, Icy's getting open on the flat. He's able to yak it up into the middle for a first down before being taken down by Dootmean.
Yeah, great spot by Icy's to catch that and get the first down and reset the down.
Yeah, it looks like they're allowing a good amount of stuff onto the flats early. Got to make sure they're watching that. But they're doing a good job on the run defense so far. Shaq taken down, only a gain of 2 for him.
So it looks like we got DP with Sparks and Dootmean on Poppy.
Yeah, it actually looks like Poppy's one-on-one with Dootmean. So did kind of misspeak in the beginning there.
Yeah, I was thinking it's going to be the opposite.
Hey, I mean, same with me for sure. After that first down run, Shaq stepping back, still staying near the line of scrimmage, possibly looking for a run, and does diving into Sparks there, but still a big gain of 9.
And that's Tidal's line, rolling with his quarterback, giving him the time he needs, and he's able to pick up 9 on a first down, which is really great.
Yeah, they certainly know how to set those edges. Shaq looking for a possible pass here, but too much time. Chicken taking him down. That's going to be the first sack of the day. Likely to see some bloodshed on that line.
Oh, yeah.
Shaq out to the right side. 3rd and 3 here as Poppy Shrek wide open in the middle. Shaq making the throw, high pointing it perfectly for him.
That was a great play by Poppy. He knew if he moved, he would be going into Vanilla's zone, and he stayed perfectly still for Shaq to hit him right on the money.
Yeah, that's the plays that you need to make. That's a recognition of coverage that you need to make. Poppy Shrek almost getting the toe taps there. We'll look
that would have been an insane catch if Poppy was able to drag that in there.
Yeah. Wide receivers these days, they're always working on their toe taps. Does not come through there. But Deadpool on the short comeback there. And once again, Tidal, their line's been getting the edge for Shaq pretty consistently.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 7 in the red zone. You know, this is a big moment for them.
Possibly looking at the back there. No, Shaq. Not too many options for him. Going to try and look for the run. And a great block there by Resp on the outside. Going to allow Shaq to get in for the first down. Really nice pull in there by him.
It's too much time. It's too much time for Shaq. If Shaq gets that time, he is going to make someone miss. And his line is going to be able to, like, just straight up give him the lane that he needs.
Yeah, they're getting edge after edge for him. And like we said, K9 is going to have to power through here on the D-line, give Shaq some pressure if they want to come up victorious. And that's going to be the first touchdown as Shaq once again finds a hole and gets on through for the first touchdown of the game. It's Tidal, 6-0.
Yep, and it's going back down to the line. Like, yes, K9 had maybe, you know, they got that 1 sack, but it came from, like, Shaq trying to push up in the pocket to, like, basically get a run. You know, now he had all day those last couple plays in the red zone, and that's like the main area where you want to put pressure on a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. K9 definitely going to have to fix themselves up there, but now have to focus on their offense. As Jipper almost able to escape Tidal there, but they take him down to 31. Now we'll see Jipper come out, of course. Has been incredibly productive on offense as of thus far. And again, going to have to limit the turnovers, and it will start on this first drive.
Yeah, let's see what this line could do.
Under pressure a bit already, and it's going to be Debo taken down. Jipper, he tried to step up there, but Debo was all over that.
Yeah, Debo playing it passive, waited to see where Jipper went. he shot the gap and Debo just attacked it.
Yeah, playing patient as a nose tackle, really, really important today in today's gridiron. Dootmean going to come back on the comeback and catch that one for a gain of 10.
Yeah, I believe it was Anki on that last play. He was a hair away from hitting Jipper and causing like another 15-yard loss.
Just shooting that inside. Good man coverage here from Tidal. Jipper forced into his own end zone, has to throw that one away. Really good coverage there by Ices on Spark. It's up the middle.
This line needs to dial in right now. Jipper is getting harassed back there in that pocket. Yeah, it's very bad. And Tidal's DNs, and they stood on their feet. They didn't dive. They just knew to keep pushing them back.
4th and 9 here. Dootmean just barely able to convert that one and gets the first down for his team. They got to make sure on that strong side they're covering the underneath.
Poppy went for the interception, which is a smart play, but I believe if he just went for the tackle, Dootmean actually would have been a yard short. It was tough to tell, but Dootmean coming up big for his team, like usual.
Yeah, for sure. Now, we've all heard of 4th and Doot. Yeah, he's the playmaker.
One of the greater sayings.
Yeah, one of the greater sayings. And a nice move on the inside by Resp there. Chicken Fat trying to hold up, but Resp coming on through. A nice sack and a nice move.
Yeah, that was a great inside move by Resp, getting through Chicken Fat, which is it's a hard task.
Yeah. And 3rd and 15. Dootmean on another comeback there, not covering that underneath.
Yeah, miscommunication by them too, I believe. And that's something with the safeties too. Safeties usually go deep, and both of them are safeties, and they didn't know which one should go down low.
Yeah, they just got to break those habits. And a big throw here from Jipper, but it's over the top. Poppy Shrek coming down with it. A bit of a questionable decision there, as Dootmean never had leverage.
Yeah, Poppy might have blocked a slide there, and that puts Tidal right back into offense, which is I feel like their high point.
Got to get out of here, though, and it looks like they're going to go for a pass here, quite possibly. Moonballing this one, but over the top goes Dootmean. Looks like that wasn't going to find either of the receivers. We now look at a 2nd and 10.
Better to just overthrow it than, make it a 50, especially against Doot.
Trying to go for a quick pass out to the right, and Shaq kind of dooming himself here. I mean, you'd expect them to go for a run with the O-line they have, but no.
Yeah, I think it's because they're stacking the box, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he goes for a run, he could possibly end up slipping up.
Oh, wow. What a catch by Poppy Shrek just on that simple. I think that was an in-out.
Yeah,
he's able to come down with it.
In-out to Poppy, double coverage, and nobody ended up watching the out.
Oh, and a big run here by Shaq, and again, it's the outside secured.
Yeah, weak side run on the first play, dude. I mean,
it works.
It really gets teams. It catches them slipping.
Yeah. Looks like Tidal electing to run out the first quarter, a pretty dominant first quarter at that, as Tidal still leading 7-0 with the ball here.
Yeah, the main thing Tidal wants to do is not let this turnover go in vain.
That pull double covered over the top. Shaq just going to take the run here. Good run, just diving on forward for that first down. A gain of 13, and Tidal keeps on moving.
Yeah, Shaq played that safe there. I mean, he didn't even have to dive. He had blocker in front of him, and he could have kept going, but instead he just elected to dive forward.
Yeah, just electing to play a bit conservatively here. Poppy Shrek coming across the right side, but all sorts of pressure on Shaq there. Chicken Fat almost coming down with the sack. It's going to make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the DBs on K9 are playing very, very tight defense, leaving barely any opening for these Tidal receivers to make a man miss.
Yeah. Looks like crossbody comeback will be the call there. 15 comeback to Deadpool will be caught, and that's going to make it 3rd and 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 3. This is a huge play for K9 if they could possibly stop this.
Looks like they're going to dial up a blitz here. Shaq under duress, going to chuck it deep. And who's that wide open? It's Ices over the top of Vanilla X, making the play and bringing it down on the K9-10.
That is incredible by those two. Chicken Fat was nowhere close to a sack when it comes to Shaq jumping backwards. But at the same time, if it was any other quarterback, Chicken Fat maybe got that sack. And leaving Ices over the top like that just is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, those inside routes working out well for him, and a fake run to Poppy Shrek in the back going to make it happen, and that's Tidal's second touchdown of the day. They're taking a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, now that touchdown right there is Shaq getting the roll, right?
Mhm.
He rolls to the left. Dootmean sees him. He has a clear way to the end zone. He has to leave that guy. If he doesn't leave that guy, Shaq dives in. Shaq sees that. He throws it to a wide open Poppy right in the back of the end zone for an easy touchdown.
I mean, again, that's a product of a good line. I mean, they're just beating out K9 right now.
Yeah,
on the line of scrimmage.
It's a actual mismatch. And they need to really like discuss how they could like stop this line on both sides.
Mm-hmm. We'll see Jipper's second offensive drive here as, oh my goodness, Rest just taking it on the inside right there. Miscommunication. Possibly.
Inside sell by Rest.
Yeah.
I mean, if he sees that, he's going to take it every single time.
Yeah, and why not? Pushing Jipper back another 8 yards as he looks around the field. Not too much open. Sparks looks like he might get open on the right, but he is just too far back. Jipper throwing that one away.
That was a great zone from the Tidal's DB. Any single cut that the K9 receivers took was absolutely bagged.
Yep. Nice job there by them. 3rd and 18. Pressure coming from the outside. Sparks going to get the out route underneath. And Tidal will 100% take that tackle. It's going to be 4th and 9.
This 4th and 9 is going to be the game changer for both teams. This is a big 4th and 9, already early, down by 14.
And Tidal keep the wave going. Sparks may be looking to come back here. It looks like a bit of a route interception there. We'll just have to 50 it, and that's going to be a pick from Icy's. Tidal just all over that, and probably not the best route calls. We saw two meet each other in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to look like he might be a little rattled in the pocket. There's a lot of pressure coming through from Tidal, and that will literally get to a quarterback's mental. If he doesn't have time, he's going to start making routes that don't make sense. And it's just like that.
You need to be in control mentally to make those plays happen. And I mean, it just isn't coming through for Jipper as of right now. Anyway, Shaq in the pocket. Whoa, tons of time. Deadpool deep, but Sparks over the top. Deadpool selling the open pass. And that's going to be big for K9.
Yeah, that's you want to score on any turnover these teams give you, and for that to be like the first play you start with is insane.
A good run stop there by Anki, though, and if Tidal had trouble getting out of the end zone, you better bet K9 will as well. 2nd and 11 now for them. As Jipper rolling out to the right side, does actually have a nice edge set for him. Debo coming down, taken out all the time, but what was that throw? Jipper way overthrowing the man.
I mean, Icy doing his famous deep safety.
Yeah, I mean,
he's playing so deep, you don't even think someone's back there. And then all of a sudden he's back there and you throw right to him. And he is coming up huge this game already. I mean, Icy's got, let's see, on defense, he has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, that's already a sight to behold. I mean, it's really rare that you even get 1 interceptions in games like these, but I'm just not sure what that decision-making really came down to there, because he had some time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shaq just looking around. Oh, that was an overthrow and a half. It looks like Deadpool was just... He wanted him to keep going on that post, but he ended up coming underneath.
Yeah, that could be a scary play, especially with the way like DBs are able to conserve stamina. If Bond was able to react and get to that, that would have been a huge turnover from K9.
Looks like short pass will find the hands of Deadpool. Shaq starting to get pushed back a little bit here by the line, but he is under control.
Yeah, make sure that you focus. If you do not focus and you get sloppy, that's when you will start making those mistakes.
Shaq is certainly focusing up, especially with the momentum that he has behind him here. And he's going to take a 3-yard gain. Shaq already, by the way, 78 rushing yards. I mean,
it's starting to look like last game.
Yeah.
Where he's just able to run whenever he needs to run.
Oh, for sure. Icy's on the comeback. That's going to be open. Sparks or Vanilla, whoever was assigned to that, not following it. So that will be another first down for Tidal as they look to go up by 3 possessions.
Yeah, I believe the line might have called out that 4-man and said, hey, listen, we could throw it right into the middle. So Icy just did a nice little comeback, and it was perfectly executed.
Yeah, wide open. Chicken Fat coming off the right side. It looks like Rest ended up missing his block there. So that's definitely a big stop. Taking away a down, obviously. Really big here in the red zone.
2nd and 10. They need to make sure that this drive does not end in a touchdown or their hopes are ruined.
Oh, and it looks like Shaq died. Dove on accident there. I don't know if he was looking for a throw or something, or it looks like he might have misclicked.
Yeah, maybe a little misclick right there.
And Shaq, again, with time in the pocket, going to step up here, trying to make some moves happen, but we'll only get a gain of 3, and this will make it 4th and 7. Now they're going to have to decide, do they want to walk away with the field goal, and they will 100% take it. Again,
Yes.
They're going up by 3 scores. So
this right
that's
here
a W.
is a really smart play from them. They will go up by 3 possessions
Yep,
just outside of half where they're not getting the ball. So for them to take the points that they are given is huge.
Yeah, I mean, and especially, I mean, you think about it last time, score was 24-22. I mean, they will 100% take this first half, and they will 100% go up by 3 scores. With all the momentum that they have, I mean, things are looking a bit lost here for K9 in the first quarter. But already, Sparks, that's Jipper, all the way out to the left side. He's making things happen. He's running it all the way down to the 20, to the 10, trying to make things happen with his legs. He's going to find an open path to the end zone, and that is not good at all for Tidal. But that's amazing for K9.
Special team. The K9 special team. I believe they have the most touchdowns this season coming from the special teams. And just like that, Jipper's able to just go right down that sideline with his whole crew behind him.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I was seeing people get bullied left and right on the blocks there. I mean, that is not good. I mean, I'm sure Tidal's really happy that they just took that safe 3-score lead, because now that is a big touchdown you just cannot give up.
Yeah, they're gonna really gonna have to shake that one off and talk about that at half, because you don't want to like really dwell on that.
Yeah, they just have to stay in their lanes. They got to make sure they know that. Icy's making a good return there, but does not matter. We are at halftime now. 17-7. Tidal taking a commanding lead. Cloud9 will be getting it at half. And yeah, looking at these stats, Tidal, despite the special team fluke there, in complete control of this game. Debo already with 50 blocks, by the way. And I know, you know, blocks are kind of, you know, they're kind of a wishy-washy stat, but I mean, that's still pretty good.
Especially at the center position, because, you know, you're stopping the 4-man, But the 81 rushing yards from Shaq.
Yeah.
They're giving him the lane that he needs.
No, I mean, they've been dominant there. And as we said, a big key to winning this game is going to be through the line. And who's winning the line battle and who is in a pretty commanding lead right now?
Yeah, I mean, going into half, they're up by 10. Jipper and K9, they get the ball at half. He's 4 for 9 for 50 yards, and he's minus 23 rushing yards. The pressure is insane.
Oh, it's been crazy. K9 definitely gonna have to switch some things up here. Or, you know, I mean, if they score all their points on special teams, you know, I guess that works too. But, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Second half starting out here.
Kick it back to Jipper.
And that is not going to be a kick return at all. The exact opposite as he's taking out the 18.
This is a tough spot, especially with the pressure that K9 is getting from this Tidal D line. Being all the way back here is a scary sight.
Quick pass out to the left side, and it looks like Vanilla making some yak happen. Maybe had some room outside of that dive, but still getting a first down regardless. They will take that.
Yeah, nice little curve slide from Bond, making a guy miss and getting that first.
Jipper out to the right side, tries to cut inside there. Looked like on key, almost able to get that sack. Jipper throwing that one to the right, just overthrowing his guy.
Yeah, just a little bit too high for Duke, because he's a receiver that will come down with that.
And he does come down with that one. Poppy Shrek on the coverage, makes a nice tackle. That will be a 7-yard gain for Jipper and Cope.
So K9 coming out in this next half looking like a dip and dunk offense. And it's working.
Nice throw underneath. It looks like they got everyone over top there. And now Doomin, he's actually got some blocks downfield. He's making some yak happen here. It looks like they're just trying to contain him, but he's able to juke on around and get a 34-yard gain out of what looked like to be, I think that was a 4-yard pass.
Yeah, I think K9 found their strong suit, and that's getting the ball to the receiver and downfield blocking.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they usually look for big plays, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it, but kind of have to look for a short play there as Debo and Anki just collide on Jipper, and he is taken down for a loss of 8.
Yeah, Debo playing patient coming from that nose tackle spot. He's literally making Jipper make the move, and he's making the play happen himself.
And they got to be disciplined at the nose tackle position. A big part of the position. It's not all about getting sacks. It's just about keeping that quarterback contained. A nice throw to Dooming there will get them some more yards. Keep them going.
3rd and 5 inside the Tidal's 50.
Shaq trying to lurk on that one, but Dooming had a nice comeback to the middle there. They found the little hole in the zone. Making it happen.
Yep. And Shaq's been he's been lurking.
Oh wow.
The past couple of games I've been watching Shaq, he's been getting really better at like showing that he's not there, but he's actually there. And he's been coming up with a lot of key interceptions for his team.
And Shaq already a great linebacker as it is. He's just making bounds and leaps to get ahead of the game. Sparks again with a nice catch in the middle there. Gonna get a second of the day and get Jipper closer to a first.
Yep, so 3rd and 1 for K9.
Oh, great stuff there.
See, now this is where you have to really think. You're lined up, centered. Do you take the 3? And yes, K9 does, which is a very, very smart play coming from them.
Yeah, I mean, it's really big that you just come within one score, especially with how the game's been going. You want to kind of put the ball in Tidal's court, and again, they've been pretty good on offense, but they have their confidence. I mean, K9, they can make plays on defense. It doesn't matter. I mean, just because Tidal's been driving on them doesn't mean they can't make things happen. I mean, Sparks has that pick. You know, both quarterbacks are human.
Yeah.
So
and K9 stopping Tidal right kind of where they stopped them. So let's see what Shaq can do.
Shaq up the middle, going to get a nice hole there for himself and get a nice little gain of 6.
Yeah, I want to go back to when K9 was in that red zone. They elected to kick the ball at 4th and 1 because I think Russ stopped him. And
yeah, that was Russ.
Yeah, it's like hit or miss.
Shaq looks like he's taking a lot of time, but he just has so much time, man. I mean, he sat there for like 10 seconds, you know, he was like, yeah, I see he can come back, you know, just waste a couple of seconds there, you know, take a nice little sip of some lemonade and then take a run.
He's got all day. It's insane because K9's D line is insane. Like they are a nonstop force.
Looks like Shaq. What? Okay, that was a play that happened, and now Dooming nearly taking that in for the touchdown. I don't know why he did that.
He elected to throw the ball because he thought maybe he was going to get sacked by Chicken, but the under pressure stat line for Chicken just went up because he threw that right into Dooming's chest.
I mean, you just can't. I mean, look, I wasn't a fan of that throw at all. I mean, especially when you're up by a score against a great defense, you just have to just throw that away. I mean, you're making bounds of the run game. Just throw that away.
And Tidal's line is really fighting this goal line stand right now.
Oh, yeah. Now they've only allowed Jipper 1 yard over these 2 plays. See if Jipper elects to run. No, he's going to run out to the right. He might elect to run here. Looks like his right throw was covered, but he's able to get in for the touchdown. And just like that, K9 looking to tie up the game.
That was a great move.
This is a 17-0 streak.
That was a great move by Jipper. He slid and dove in between Debo and Icy. Debo did the spin move to get outside control, and Icy was playing in between the gap and just barely missed Jipper with a nice dive.
I mean, Jipper still able to make those nice runs, have been for a while, but now Tidal still technically in control, but I mean, K9 has scored 17 unanswered. They got to answer.
They really turned this half around, especially what it only being within like one quarter span.
3 minutes? Yeah, not even. Now Shaq with time, but can't find his mark. It's going to be Ulysses coming down with the sack. Good patient play by him.
Yeah, Shaq needs to shake the jitters off and just go back to what he was doing before.
Yeah. Because now he's in the spot that Jipper was before. He's got to make sure he keeps the correct mental, and Icy's doing a nice dive there to get the first.
Yeah, way to get out of that dangerous area back there. Icy coming up huge with that catch and first down.
Also a nice crossbody throw. Yeah, by Shaq. Now the blitz being dialed up once again. Shaq with time will just elect to throw it away. Good smart play there. Didn't see anything open.
Yeah, use every down to your advantage. That's the key thing here. You want to make sure that you're in control and you don't give them any type of like leverage.
Yeah. That's a good play. Icy's with a nice route in the middle. It looks like it will elect to Deadpool, who's making some nice yak happen here as he's able to take it down to the K9 44 and pick up 19.
You know, the comeback is one of the most strongest routes in the game.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it really wears out your defender as well. Looks like Shaq, good amount of time there, but ultimately under pressure basically the entire time, having to throw that one away.
Yeah, to start that play with a comeback, 3 yards and get 19, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, big yak play there by Deadpool. He's also coming across here, and it's another comeback on the left side. Dupemean gonna make the tackle, but Shrek getting 7 yards, getting him closer to a first.
Yeah, Poppy Shrek with a little fake comeback. Gets them 3rd and 3.
Big edge set here. Oh, but a big bat down by Chicken Fat. That's going to be huge. They tried to secure that edge, and it looked like it was for a bit. But Shaq throwing it at the wrong time. That's going to make it 4th and 3.
That is the first 4th down challenge that Tidal has to deal with.
Now he's dropping back. He's trusting the matchup. Right side, leverage over the top, but Sparks making an incredible move on Deadpool, winning 2 of those matchups over the top. What a move.
So I don't know if Deadpool had another slide that he wasn't using, but neglecting to use that slide, if he had it, gave Sparks an opportunity to get behind him and seal the deal on that interception.
Yeah, I mean, even if he didn't have the slide, that's an amazing maneuver to make there by Sparks, and a great play, especially when you're stepping in to the team for, I think, which is his 2nd game with the K9 this season as a whole.
Yeah, Sparks is definitely a difference maker. You know, already in this game with 2 interceptions now on big plays too, nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big 4th and 3, and it looks like comeback going to wear out Deadpool there, and Vanilla X going to make some yak happen, getting across midfield, sneaking past Icy's there for good +5 yards onto that gain, and that's going to be a big gain of 36. And Tidal, they're just starting to fall apart here.
Yeah, it's not looking good. They, you know, basically were in the seat to, you know, win this game. And this, after letting that kick return, they looked rattled.
Yeah. No, they certainly have. And we'll see how they step up here. Jipper running up the middle, going to dive forward for the first, a gain of 10. And they're pounding. I mean, everyone's kind of stepping up. I mean, when you have that momentum shift, obviously, it's just everyone steps up mentally. And Tidal, they're going to have to find a way to pound them back because this momentum has just shifted all the way.
Yeah, they're all amped up on all levels right now. The line is going insane. They're playing perfectly for Jipper.
And Jipper making some moves, able to take it all the way down to the 7. And Jipper making it happen on his legs. Who cares if they're the worst rush offense in the league? They're making things happen. It doesn't matter. Here we go. 4-3 out to the left side. Jipper looking for room. He's going to find it, tackled at the goal line, but it won't matter. K9, after being down 17-0, going to come back on top, pending the extra point, 24-17, and K9 turning it all around here with 2 minutes and 45 remaining.
Jipper getting it done with his legs, and he is a scary, scary player when he starts running this ball. And I believe that was the difference the last matchup when they played. He was not running as much as he should have been. And now that he's running this ball, Tidal is lost.
Yeah, I mean, the run blocking on K9 substantially increasing. And Jipper pulling himself out of the negative with 9 sacks against him. Pretty impressive in itself. So, great job by Jipper, but we'll see Shaq start off with the run, taking up the left side, and Dupemean will make the tackle.
Now this is the first time Tidal has to fight from behind this whole game. Let's see if they're able to get down this field and put up a touchdown to tie it.
Yeah. Shaq looking around, sliding away from Ulysses. Nice short pass there to DP. And as he exit up there, big thing to think about now also is time management with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, so that is a huge thing, especially how high powered these receivers are on K9's side. It could be one play, and it could change the whole game for them.
And a good team contain effort there on the blitz as Shaq is taken down, forced into a 2nd and 19 now as he rolls out to the right side. Icy's with the leak out to the right. Poppy Shrek on the comeback, going to find an 11-yard gain, put him closer to where they started.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. This is a big moment for K9. If they somehow stop this and putting Shaq in a 4th down position, it could be really scary for them.
And they are Jipper going to come up the middle, and that could be the big play that could possibly end this game. Shaq now going to have to think about who he depends on. This is the first time they're in this situation.
Yeah, and he's actually electing to have his guy block, and he's trusting Poppy.
Oh, man. Oh, it's won by Doopmean, and K9 going to get the ball back with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's tough because you need Ices to block there because K9 is going to send that heat because they have such good receivers to just 50 it up and win it. So they don't need to have too many people back there.
Yeah, I mean, he just basically 50 Vanilla and Doopmean against Poppy Shrek and was like, hey, just win it. And, obviously that's a bit of a tall task. And, yeah, Jipper going to keep running it here. Tidal doing a good job stopping it. Shrek almost got that TFL, but Jipper with a nice move to stop it, and it looks like they're just running time here.
Yeah, Jipper's feeling himself. He could have got that 1st down, but he was like, you know what? I'll get the 1st down no matter what. I'm going to keep running the ball and waste more time.
Yeah, the confidence, and he's able to get the 1st down right there. In Tidal, I mean, they got some time, but they're going to have to decide if they want to start calling some timeouts.
Yeah, coming up on this 1 minute warning, K9's going to take this all the way down to 1 minute and 4 seconds and probably just keep running this weak side gap.
Yeah, and they do, but a nice move there by Debo. That's a big loss of a down there, and that's going to take us to the 1 minute warning here. So a free timeout there for Tidal as they look at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. Tidal has their timeouts, which is big.
Good stop there by Anki. Only a gain of 2. 3rd and 8. Gotta think K9's gonna switch it up.
Yeah, I mean, you've probably faked the run and have someone do a comeback maybe.
Niceys. Good pickup on Sparks. Middle kind of open there. Vanilla wide open over the top. And that is huge from Resp. Are you kidding me? Taking him down, making it a 4th and 27. Jipper's gonna have to 50 it or something. That is huge.
The Tidal played that ideally. They did not give anybody any leverage. They're coming in.
Is that going to be far enough? It will, but Icy's going to come down with it.
Icy coming up huge for Tidal.
3rd interception of the day. That's huge.
They need to go. They need to get hype here. They need to dial in.
I mean, they probably are, but I mean, they got to get this ball downfield. Icy's coming across, going to make the catch. Get out to the right side. Makes the 1st down happen. And Tidal, 30 seconds left. They got timeouts.
Yeah, Icy's being a difference maker. He's really changing this game.
Coming across the middle there, making the catch. 4-man sent. Icy's. Oh, it looks like it's going to be in the middle. Poppy Shrek going to try and yak it up here. Doopmean going to make the nice tackle, though. 20 seconds on the clock. Tidal. I mean, they have to have their timeout somewhere. It looks like they're going to still conserve them. Coming from the 33 yards to go. Stepping up. Shaq with a nice move. Looking to the left side. He's looking at all here. And it's going to be picked off by Doopmean. Doopmean calls game. And that's going to be K9 taking the game. Shaq goes for it all. But it's going to be Doot coming down with it. And the playmaker, the difference maker, a K9, makes the game happen.
Shaq went back to his old ways and going deep on 1st down. He still had 10 seconds left. Just throw the ball away, reset, and go to another down. Instead, he elects to go on the one-on-one with Mr. Doopmean, and you just can't do it. That's just not the guy. He's not the guy you want to throw that ball to.
And that may be the decision that is talked about in general for the rest of the year. And that's going to call the game 24-17. K9 making one of the best comebacks we've seen in the past, like, freaking half year. I mean, he just turned it around. I mean, whatever adjustments he made coming out of halftime worked. Everyone stepped up. Tidal ultimately fell. I mean, that is the comeback of the century and perhaps one of the biggest games that we'll see this playoff.
Yeah, to come back from basically a 17-0 deficit with a huge kick return from
against Tidal.
Yeah, the huge kick return, and it changed the whole pace. It changed the whole pace. Tidal got the ball back. They ended up throwing an interception to Sparks again, and somehow, with the way that game started, it just gave them life. It literally gave them like a new life, and they ended up winning the turnover battle. They ended up winning the game, and it was all because of a kick return.
Yeah, it was individual play from basically all over the place. I mean, it was just crazy. I mean, Sparks made that huge interception on Deadpool, 2 huge interceptions on Deadpool, and we are joined by the one and only, the man who got this comeback all together, the man in the under center, Jipper. How are you feeling, man?
Oh,
there he is.
I don't know, man. These fucking guys, dude. It's I can't explain like just what that game was right there. It was insane. Like that's the best I can explain it, because I was selling the bag early. Like early first half, I truly was just heartbroken, and they stayed behind me, dude. They said it was good, we're fine, and it just all the pieces came together. And
it definitely looked like the line was getting through, and it was kind of like causing a little ruckus back there for you, and it looked like you were a little rattled at first, but going down 17 points early, and then you himself coming up with a huge kick return.
That was I truly can't take that though. Like for real, that was a good kick return by me, but it was all blocks. Like I mean, I'm not really known for my yak anymore. That's September last year, Jipper.
Yeah, but this game, it was looking like you were coming back in the second half. It looked like Jipper with the legs again. You were making people miss. You were diving into the end zone.
That fucking 2nd and 8 that I dove instead of slid, and it caused us to
go 3rd and 5.
Yeah, caused 3rd and 5. That was so rough. I had easy first. That was the game right there, but
it happened nonetheless.
We did make it happen.
I know, it's we are interviewing you, but I wanna go over what the energy was like after Duke gets the interception to basically get you guys the ball back to go and take the lead.
It was actually that you're talking about, the one on the sideline at like their 20.
Yes, the one where
we just erupted. Like everybody was fucking screaming. It was.
I mean, you guys, like this is hands down one of the best comebacks, especially when it's 2 powerhouses going at it. And for you guys to overcome being down 17-0 and not getting in your own heads is just a compliment on your guys' part.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't me not getting in my own head. It's these guys. These guys kept me from out of my head.
Yeah, that's what.
Because I was in my head after I threw that interception to Poppy. It was.
Yeah.
I was fucking almost at my breaking point, man. That shit was that was rough. That was rough. But these guys kept me afloat. Sparks with some insane interceptions.
Yeah, Sparks
play on DP.
Sparks on that. I mean, it happened twice. It literally the same play 2 times. Sparks was able to come up big and intercept it when, I mean, DP had it. Like, he had the separation, he had the leverage. All he had to do was just make the catch, and he ended up not making the catch on both occasions. And Sparks was able to come up huge with those interceptions.
If I have any say on the MVP, I think we gotta give a two-way MVP to Sparks and Duke. If I had any say in it, but
yeah, both of those players came up huge. Especially when this game was highly defensive. In that second half, the first half it was defensive by Tidal. The second half, your guys' defense kicked it up a whole nother level. Complete change of pace from you guys. But Jipper, I want to ask, okay, looking into these next matchup between Polar Opposite and Shinigami, what is the team that you guys want to play in the finals going into next week?
Now, I know people think this is just a free win. People are saying it all the time, but these guys aren't slouches when it comes to competitive. These guys aren't just gonna lay down. Like, I don't want, because MVP, he's stepped it up.
Yeah. Definitely winner mentality.
I think both of them are great, and to say the better, who I think will be a better matchup for us, it's probably Shinigami, which they're kind of the favorites anyways, but PO could pull an upset. They did early in the season.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They were Shinigami's, I believe, first loss. And that's something, I want to see, because, like, obviously Shaq, he had some huge runs in this game, and going into that matchup against Magician, if you guys were to play him, Magician's really good on his feet. So for you guys to switch up the pace and end up stopping Shaq's run, it could get ugly for that team. But at the same time, MVP, he likes those leverage passes, and with the DB core that you guys have, it could get messy for both teams. So congratulations on a great comeback, a great team win, great effort. You guys played absolutely out of your mind in that second half.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Great game, Tidal. Like, that was one of the best games I've ever played, and even if we lost, it would still go down as one of the best games.
I mean, it was incredibly fun to watch. I mean, that was I can think of, like, all the games that I've seen in the past, like, debatably even year. I mean, this was probably one of the best games that I've seen, at least. I mean, just with the comeback that you guys made. I mean, especially with those adjustments. I mean, I don't know what you guys did to kicking that in. Oh, yeah, of course. You got to give a shout out to the man.
Clamp God came in and started telling us what to do. I handed the reins over to Clamp God on defense, and he pulled it through.
I mean, Clamp God, definitely one of the best coaches that we've ever seen. Grace Gridiron, for sure. And even when I've talked to him, he's a leader, man. And it really does shine through in some of the things that you guys do. Basically all the things you guys do. And it was amazing to watch you guys play, both on offense and defense today.
Yeah, Clamp God, definitely a leader, man. He, hands down, being a defensive player in, real life, he is definitely one of the great minds to help out teams in a big way.
Yeah, he knows a lot more about football than a good amount of us here in Gridiron. I'd say disputably 100%, but
Of course. All right, well, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all casting.
Of course.
I'm gonna go celebrate with the team.
Any last shout outs you have before you take off? Celebrate with the boys.
Record. Thanks.
Thanks to Record, man.
Thank you, Record. We very much appreciate
He
it.
knows. He knows.
All right. Nice, short and simple. GG's, man. Congrats.
Zipper. All right. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up from us in the booth. Make sure you guys come out to the match that's going to decide who K9 plays in the GFA Season 2 Championship. PO versus Shinigami. Same place here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You do not want to miss it. Make sure you guys come out. I've been AidanTheFunny Konspericy, my amazing color caster. Do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up here?
I just want to say congrats to both teams. Win or loss, you guys played phenomenal. No matter how you look at it, you guys both played phenomenal. To the fans in the stands, thank you very much for having us, and have a good night.
Yes, thank you. To all the fans who came out, listen to this, listen and watch this wonderful game that we were served before us here today. Appreciate everyone coming out, and from all of us at the GFA, we thank you as well. Make sure to come out tomorrow at 8 Eastern, and yeah, we'll see you there hopefully. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye, guys.